The 2014 Audi SQ5 is the best SUV for you if you fantasize about turning a Golf R into a high-performance crossover. With all-wheel drive, a special sports suspension, and unique details, the SQ5 is a little like a jacked-up version of the hottest hatchback from Audi's parent company, Volkswagen. Of course, the SQ5 has a supercharged V6 with 354 horsepower. That's 2 more cylinders and about 50 more horses than the Golf R. And the SQ5 shares some of its design with a new Porsche. No Golf does that. So it's interesting that the SQ5 counts the Porsche Macan among its competitors in the low-volume but high-profile category of compact hot rod SUVs. Is it worthy? I'm Chuck Giametta. Join me for a car preview video review of the 2014 Audi SQ5. Introduced for 2014, this is the first SUV to merit Audi's Performance S designation. It tops a Q5 roster of less powerful 4- and 6-cylinder models, a diesel, and a hybrid. Think of the SQ5 as a sort of early farewell to this first-generation Q5, which debuted for 2009. A redesigned Q5 is due in early 2016. To create the SQ5, Audi takes the supercharged 3-liter V6 used in its car line, including in the S4 and S5 models, and pumps it to 345 horsepower and 347 pound-feet of torque. That's 14 more horses and 22 more pound-feet than in any Audi car. Credit the SQ5's big grille for some of the extra power. It lets in more air than the car grilles can. The transmission is a well-behaved 8-speed automatic with steering wheel paddles for manual-type shifting. And like all Q5s, the SQ has Audi's Quattro all-wheel drive. It keeps 60% of the power at the back wheels for a sporty rear-drive feel, then feeds it forward if it senses tire slip. European SQ5s ride more than an inch lower than standard Q5s. The American version isn't lowered, but does have a firmer suspension and larger front brakes than other Q5s, and it comes with summer performance tires on exclusive 20-inch or optional 21-inch alloy wheels. The SQ also gets the horizontal blade grille and aluminum mirrors that identify all S Audis, quad tailpipe outlets, and of course SQ5 badges. It's a look any fan of understatement will appreciate. Inside are unique instrument faces, aluminum pedals, and the thick-rimmed, flat-bottom steering wheel found in other performance Audis and VWs. A panoramic sunroof is standard, so is leather upholstery and sport front buckets. Our test example has the $1,500 Napa leather upgrade. Materials quality is excellent, enhanced here by aluminum tastefully layered with black hardwood. It's an $1,100 option. Also aboard is the $7,500 Prestige package that includes a Bang & Olufsen sound system and navigation with Google Earth capability. Like every Q5, this is a spacious compact wagon with plenty of passenger room front and rear. Cargo volume is a little above the class average at 30 cubic feet behind the back seat and 57 with it folded. All in all, this is one quick crossover. 0 to 60 takes just 5.1 seconds. More impressive is the thrust from mid-range speeds. Carried along on an intoxicating roar from the exhaust, you're into triple digits before you can say, "Sorry, officer." The SQ5 handles better than any SUV has a right to. You can adjust suspension, steering, even shift points, but the result always seems to be terrific grip, little body lean, and steering response so sharp you'll need to recalibrate your inputs for the first few miles. The strong brakes are wonderfully progressive. A trace of lag tarnishes some low RPM throttle applications, and the SQ5 will understeer if you're ham-fisted in a tight turn. We'd like more lateral bolstering from those sport buckets, but the main dynamic compromise is a stiff ride that can be jarring on bad pavement. Then there's the fuel economy rating of 19 miles per gallon city highway combined. It's the lowest in the compact crossover class. Starting just under $54,000, this is the costliest Q5, with options including the $800 21-inch wheels and $500 for metallic paint. Our testers stickered for a little over $64,000. The Q5 invigorates a crossover line beginning to show its age. Absent are features available on newer rivals and even on some younger Audis, like writing recognition software and adaptive cruise control. But for a compact crossover to match its performance, you'll need to go elsewhere within the Volkswagen family, to Porsche. Its new Macan appropriates the Q5's basic structure, though with Porsche styling, interior, suspension, and powertrains, including V6s of 340 and 400 horsepower. It also has Porsche-level pricing. The SQ5 is obviously of limited appeal, but it does deliver all the performance it promises and has more utility than any hot hatch. On a purely rational basis, it's the last version of the Q5 we'd recommend. Of course, Audi didn't build a 155-mile-an-hour SUV to appeal to our rational side, now did it? For more on this and other cars, trucks, and SUVs, go to carpreview.com or subscribe to our carpreview.com YouTube channel.